Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hello, my name is Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. It's quite simply the best way to support this show. If you need it, Amazon has it, and you can get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Bookmark it, please.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Ebola.
Oh, no.
It's on everybody's mind.
It is.
And there's...
Ebola.
Are you doing like the Ricola thing?
There was a great song this morning on the radio on one of those hack
great.
stations.
Oh, can you sing a little more of it for me,
Yeah,
please?
it was like the Ricola song, but they did the Ebola.
Ebola. We had that a couple weeks ago. They're just getting on that.
I'm such a rube.
No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Of course, there's all the talk of quarantine and whether or not it's necessary, the mandatory quarantine. And I saw the new skinny Chris Christie on the Today Show this morning.
He's not that skinny.
No, the operation is not what I'd call a success. But to get the bottom of this, let's call Newark, New Jersey. We're going to call the quarantine unit at University Hospital. And that's in Newark, New Jersey. We're going to find out what the policy is, what the policy should be, and how we can keep America safe.
You know, I had a fake from Newark one time.
A what?
A fake ID.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was from Newark, New Jersey.
What was your name on your fake ID?
It was like Carlos Rodriguez, something really Spanish.
Your picture, though.
My picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a guy that just looked like
No,
you.
it was really fake.
Oh, it's good.
Pretty sad.
It was really fake.
Really fake.
How fake was it? Scale of 1 to 10?
A 10.
10. 10, very, very fake.
Hello?
No, I think it rings 4 times.
4 times.
When you call the quarantine unit. This should ring directly to the quarantine unit in Newark, New Jersey.
Probably hard to pick up the phone when it's covered in plastic.
University Hospital?
Hi, is this the quarantine unit?
No, sir. The quarantine unit is a separate phone number. Do you need it?
Is there any way you can connect me?
No, I can't. Not at this number. I've
what
got
is
the number for you. If you
Is
need
there
it.
an extension or something?
What is the number?
It's 888
Yes.
888
Okay, hold on. Let me read this back. Make sure I have it.
All right.
It's 888
Uh-huh.
888.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you. And your name?
Uh-huh.
What's your name? Oh, he's gone.
Oh, man.
All right, it looks like we're going to have to redial.
Please.
So here
It's
we
a
go.
lot of 8s. You know, in China,
I wonder if this will ring direct
that would be
through.
a lucky phone number.
We would?
Yeah, they love the 8s.
They love 8s? 8's one of
love
my
8s.
favorite numbers.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
Because I was born on March 8th, you see.
And your history with the Chinese.
That's right.
That's like an
Stellar.
oxymoron.
And I like to, leave a Chinese restaurant and say, boy, I ate a lot. And I will want to eat again in 2 hours. But this is 888-888-888, the quarantine unit at the University Hospital, Newark, New Jersey. And they should be picking up any moment now.
Hello? Hello?
You know, they could build a phone right into the suits.
Hello?
Oscar, here's the clip.
There
Here we go.
There we go.
Nurses.
Hello?
Nurses station.
Oh, is this the nurse?
Ah.
Can I help you?
Is this the nurse?
Oh, what nurse?
The University Hospital?
Is this the quarantine
This
unit?
Nope. This is the nurse. This is the nurse's station.
Oh.
And what's your name?
Tony.
Nurse Tony?
Tony, we're calling.
Can I do for you?
We're calling from the Mike O'Mara Show. Try to get it together here and act like a professional for a second, all right?
I'm very sorry. What can I do for you?
Would you like to take a moment, clear your throat, have a sip of water?
Don't have any water here.
No water.
No.
Ice chips.
I got an orange crush.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, what can I do for you?
Nurse Tony, we want to speak to the quarantine unit. Well, I understand.
This is not the quarantine unit. You're gonna have to call a separate number.
Oh, you can't connect
What
us?
floor is this?
No. This is we're one floor down from
Scarlet Fever?
from the quarantine unit. It's upstairs. It's upstairs.
How are you doing?
Love and life. Do you need a number?
Yeah, if you have a number for the quarantine unit, that'd be great.
Please.
I can
Okay,
jot
I
it
got
down.
it right here.
I have a
Hold on.
crayon.
Just a second. Let
All
me
right.
just see where it is.
We'll be able to dial directly.
Whoa.
He must be searching for it.
Okay. Okay, that number is 999
Yes.
99999.
All right, let me read this back. Make sure I have it. Tony, are you
Okay.
there? Tony? I think he hung up.
Oh,
Let's try this
jeez.
at 9. 999
999.
9999. Was it me or did he not sound well?
I thought it was a she.
Oh, Toni.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's probably the mistake.
Oh, man.
You know, it's the
Must have
allergy
been really
season.
sick.
Yeah, maybe they've got the black mold.
So we've called 3. This is our third number.
Right.
Big money, big money, big money, big
No
money,
whammies.
big money, big
No
money,
whammies.
big money.
You know what we should do when we get the quarantine unit? We should ask about Nurse Tony. Because apparently they're just one floor away.
You know, nurses have the most thankless jobs.
That's why I always thank them.
Yeah. They work so hard.
They do for very little
Doctors
reward.
get all the glory.
Quarantine unit.
Hi, is this 999
Yes, it is. Who am I speaking with?
Is this University Hospital in Newark,
This
New
is the
Jersey?
University Hospital Quarantine Unit. This is Nurse Stuang Stabilat.
What's the name?
Nurse Stuang Stabilat.
Well, this is the Mike O'Mara show
Yes.
calling in to discuss quarantine procedures.
Well, who's this?
This is my name is Rob Spiewak. I'm with my friend Oscar Santana.
Pleasure to meet
Rob.
Yes,
Rob, it's Charlie.
Charlie. What
How
are
you
you
doing?
doing?
How you doing? It's great to hear your voice.
What are you doing?
How are you?
I haven't
How
talked to you
are
in
you?
months.
I'm up here in the quarantine unit. I can't believe I'm talking to you guys.
I can't believe they hired you.
It's quiet now. We sent that bitch from Maine home. Good God.
Whoa.
Wow.
Was
Oh,
she a
my God.
Was she a handful or what,
Oh,
Charlie?
wine. I swear to God, it's she whined more than that CH wine commercial you're going to be doing later on.
That's a lot of wine.
Oh, my God, it was ridiculous.
How long have you been at the hospital, Charlie? When did you get that
Since
job?
they had a quarantine unit, they were hiring extra people. They had an ad, and I took the ad, and I said, I'll do it.
Where did
I'll
you-
do it, because I can't get diseases.
Where did you see the ad?
I saw it in Craigslist Newark. Craigslist, Newark, New Jersey.
Do you get any
I
danger
scour
pay?
Craigslist for job opportunities. You know, I take a lot of odd jobs. You know that.
Sure.
That's how it works, guys.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so
Yeah.
Can you describe what you're wearing right now?
Well, I'm head to toe covered. We don't have a patient in here now, so I don't have my headgear on. But I've got the hazmat suit, and I'm in the tent. I'm inside the tent. We have a box toilet, which was used by the aforementioned lady who was just complaining. I said, at least you have something to poop into.
Right.
You know, come on, chill out. You know.
What's
I
the
said,
old
if you're
phrase,
really
Charlie?
good-
The old
I
phrase
said
about
you-
having a pot to pee in?
Yeah,
Right.
I know that one. How's that go?
It says you don't even have a pot to pee in. That's when someone's really poor.
Whatever. Anyway, so what happened was I said, listen, if you stop whining, I will get you some Halloween candy. And she didn't care. She said, I want to go back to Maine. I want to get to Maine. I said, Maine sucks.
Oh, how dare you? We love Maine.
Maine is a beautiful place.
Yes.
Whatever. Anyway, so I'm in here now waiting for the next ill person to come through my doors, but it's kind of slow. They just keep me in here all day long. I get all the food I want. I get to keep the suit and take it home, and everything is hunky-dory.
You mean you get to leave the quarantine unit?
I wear it everywhere. It makes me feel special.
Wait a second. Last time I saw your Facebook page, it looked like you were wearing one of those footy pajamas from Pajamagram.
Yeah.
Well, that's my regular nighttime attire. Yes, sir. Not to be confused with some of my Halloween costumes when I wore that tiger suit. I was Tigger the Tiger one year. Man, it was tough to find that in a quadruple extra large.
Now, I'm curious if you're working in the quarantine unit, should you be leaving the quarantine
doesn't
unit?
make sense that
Yeah,
you
you really
leave-
shouldn't be commuting. What are you doing when you leave the
Well,
quarantine
no
unit?
one's going to tell me what to do. Okay? No one's going to tell Charlie Stuang Stabilat what to do. I do my job. I punch my ticket, and I'm not gonna, they don't tell me to change out of it. I'm going to get into the car and drive home in it. That's the way it's going to go. Or take an Uber.
You like the Uber?
Oh, I love Uber. Yeah, big time. Yeah.
Charlie, do you recycle the suits? Are you being
Nope.
conscious?
No, I've been using the same suit since the lady came in.
Do you ever...
Well, it's not like she puked on me or anything, okay? The only time you have to listen, I was told by my supervisor, he said, Charlie, the only time you can get into trouble is if they have vomiting or diarrhea on you.
Okay.
On you. And I said, that's all right, doctor, I can duck. No problem at all. Ebola.
So,
Ebola.
are you there by yourself?
Yes.
The whole floor?
The whole floor, just me inside a tent on the whole floor. We're completely quarantined.
That makes no sense.
It makes sense if you get sick, doesn't it? Come on now, use your brain.
I suppose you're right.
Come on.
One-on-one.
And I'm getting hazardous duty pay.
Yeah, you better watch out for that hazardous duty.
That's funny. Oh, my God, do I feel warm.
Yeah, you look warm, maybe a little feverish. Have you been taking your temperature?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And I'll tell you one thing. I've been taking my temperature now for about a week, and there's one thing I won't be doing anytime soon.
What's that?
Biting my fingernails.
It's
Gross.
the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Hello, Reagan. I'm a friend of your mother's. I'd like to help you.
You want to loosen the straps, huh?
I'm afraid you might hurt yourself, Reagan.
I'm not Reagan.
Well, then let's introduce ourselves. I'm Damien Karras.
And I'm the devil. Now kindly undo these straps.
If you're the devil, why not make the straps disappear?
That's much too vulgar display of power, Karras. Mirabile dictu, don't you agree?
You speak Latin.
Ego te absolvo.
Quod nomen mihi est.
La plume de ma tante.
How long are you planning to stay in Reagan?
Until she rots and lies stinking in the earth. What's that?
Holy water?
You keep it away.
It burns! The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you!
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
We are live from the Cabby Fiber Studios and heard worldwide. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. We are powered by Encore Insurance Services with over 25.5 million downloads heard daily at MikeO'MaraShow.com and exclusively over the air on the mighty 1630 KCJJ in the heart of the heartland. Go Hawks!
Mike, this is kind of a local guy from Crofton, Maryland, number 15, freshman linebacker, Steve Manders. How you doing, Steve?
Oh, yeah.
Steve Manders.
Steve
Yeah.
Manders. Yeah.
The Manders Man. The Mike O'Mara Show is a daily podcast and radio show with the greatest listeners on the planet. Why?
Why is that?
Because they get it. Today's show is brought to you by CH Wine. Today's the day. Today's the day. The wine's coming from CH Wine to my house today.
Good.
My wife's gonna love me today. There are not many things that are better than a good bottle of wine, and you can pay dearly for it, or you can go to Cameron Hughes. Forget about those $100 plus bottles. Cameron Hughes wine is just as good and a fraction of the cost. Wine aficionados like Oscar's brother, is it brother or brother-in-law? that's the wine
Brother-in-law. Might
aficionado?
as well be my brother the way he supports us.
That's right.
The brother-in-law loves wine, and he has found Cameron Hughes to be one of the best. Extraordinary bottles of wine that taste like $100 but cost you 15 or 20. Perfect for the holiday season as a gift for a party or just with friends. It will not disappoint. You can try fantastic wines at a fraction of the cost. Cameron Hughes average bottle costs about $15 and you will love it. Oscar and Rob can tell you firsthand how great it is. You actually met with the owner of the company.
Listen to me now. Thank me later.
Yeah.
Lot 429, a 2012 Zinfandel. Wonderful. Buy it now. You will adore it.
Here's an amazing holiday deal that we convinced Cameron to offer to our listeners. 20% off any wine and free shipping of your order. Just remember our code. You know it. You love it. TMOS. Visit chwine.com. Click the microphone in the upper left-hand corner and enter TMOS. That's chwine.com. Click the mic and enter TMOS for 20% off and free shipping. I have discovered our audience loves their wine.
They do.
People are getting excited about this.
A lot of fun.
Don't wait. Once these wines are gone, they're gone forever. So chwine.com. You'll love it like we do, and really delighted to have them as a brand new sponsor of the Mike O'Mara Show. Well, howdy, hail, hail, the Ebola gang is here, and yes, quarantine is the word of the day, ladies and gentlemen, and I will tell you this, that like anything, and I think everybody should learn from this debate of this nurse who got a lawyer and was bitching about the quarantine, and now there's a debate that by quarantining people, you're providing. You're infringing on their personal rights, and you're also de-incentivizing them to go over and solve this problem so that we, in West Africa, we can solve the problem and cure Ebola. Look, here's the way I look at it. I see both sides of the story.
Right.
I will steal from Jon Stewart when I talk about this, because Jon Stewart made a wonderful point, that he understands the idea of quarantining and severe quarantining and dramatic steps being taken by these governors in these states. But here's what he said, Governor Christie, do you have to be such a dick about it? And he's right. He's absolutely right. I am totally for quarantining because you know what?
There's an election
That
coming
is
up.
so true, though. He is
But
such
he
a
does.
There's a certain way about him, and
He's a dick.
And I don't know if it's what first drew me to him, but it's something that I find exciting to watch, though not charming. Like when he leads off a press conference with, "Nobody likes going to the hospital. Nobody does. Nobody likes it." I mean, that's not what we want to hear right now.
And the conditions that this woman was put in, you don't need to have those kind of conditions to quarantine someone. You know, they put her in a tent. They did have her poo into a box. That doesn't have to be the case.
Listen, no one likes pooping in a box. Nobody. Nobody likes it.
He's such a roid about it, but I totally agree with quarantining.
I do too. I do
believe.
too.
What does your dad say about this, Oscar? Yeah, I mean, Oscar is the only person in this room related to an epidemiologist.
True
I'd
enough.
like to know. I mean, the experts, the eggheads on this that I'm listening to, Oscar, are saying that by doing this, you are putting more onus on the people that are going to go over and solve this problem. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that, but there are international, there's organizations that do this. This is what they do. So Doctors Without Borders, my brother did this a couple years ago, and so did my sister when they were growing up as doctors, and they go as a team for different reasons. There are professionals that go over to these parts of the country that are working on figuring out how to contain this.
This is what they do.
Yes. Some of these doctors that are coming back now were going over there to work on Ebola or deal with that. They were working on something else. And they're casually coming back. And I think you have to realize that, while I don't necessarily agree with the way they treated that doctor, I also believe
nurse. It was a nurse.
I'm sorry, the nurse. I also believe you have to do anything you can do to try to control what's happening in your country.
And I've dealt with a lot of doctors and a lot of nurses, and I know they have there's a certain trait that runs through them of wanting to do good no matter what.
Yes.
You're one with good and bad.
But if somebody's leaving tomorrow and they're going over to work on Ebola, they know what they're in for, right?
Exactly.
If you're coming back from a trip and this outbreak just happened and you've been gone for a month or 3 weeks or whatever it may be, then you also have to take, for the same reasons when I'm driving to work, if I was going to Manassas and 66 was closed and I said, woe is me, it's going to take me 3 hours to get to Mike's house.
Right.
S happens. And it should be on your onus of your employer to say, look, we're going to pay you for these 21 days. We're going to make it as painless as possible. You have to stay at home. You have to take care of your business. And when you get off at the airport, there's probably some drama you have to go through and endure to make sure that you're healthy.
I agree with all that, and I agree that quarantining. There's nothing that's come forward from the CDC that has indicated to me that we shouldn't be wary of this disease. That we shouldn't, because they've made mistakes in the past.
Right.
For example, the protocols of having exposed skin, where they said a surgical mask and a little splash guard.
We clearly don't know enough,
mask.
Mike.
They don't know enough.
No.
They don't know enough.
Right?
But at the same time, I think that it's very important to place a level of dignity and respect on these workers. So when you do quarantine them, you put them in a situation that is something that is reasonable, and you don't speak of them, Chris Christie, as though they're just a whining little woman. If this was a whining woman, in the purest sense of the word, she would probably not be going to West Africa to fight Ebola. She probably wouldn't be doing that. So you don't speak of her, So there's, like everything else, and what we need to do more of in this country, we have to find the meeting of the minds. I think until we know more, we do need to quarantine, but we have to do it. We have to do it the right way,
wisely, courteously, and humanely.
Don't treat these people. Don't treat these people like criminals.
If my father was, he was not retired, right?
Right.
And we talked about this briefly when this broke. When there wasn't even an outbreak in Texas, or not an outbreak. There wasn't even a case in Texas.
Right.
Before any of that, my father spoke with me and my mom, and he said, "Look, they're talking about possibly going to West Africa." Because the Ebola thing's really getting out of hand. He's an epidemiologist. He's got 30 years under his belt. He may go, right?
Sure.
And my mom was like, probably not a good idea at your age. I said, you know what? I told him to go because he's gone to Iran. He's gone to China. He's gone to all these places where...
What he does.
This is what he does. I'm
Right.
used to that, right?
Is he still considering coming out of retirement?
No, he's not going. He's not going now.
He's
clearly.
not going. Okay.
But initially, I said go. If he was there and he was coming back and he said, look, Oscar, I want to be in quarantine for 30 days, I think because he understands what this is about, even for the public, for anyone that's in public health, just for the public to see, okay, this professional is taking this serious. They're doing everything they can to mitigate any potential damage.
Right.
Whether it's psychological or they're actually infected.
The greater good.
The greater good. That's a sacrifice you make.
Question for you, Oscar, because you know more doctors than anybody here.
Unfortunately.
No, it's quite fortunate, actually, for us. So the question is, do you think there is any doctor or nurse or anyone in the medical profession that would not work towards this Ebola crisis, knowing that the quarantine was on the other end, if there wasn't a quarantine on the other end? Do you think that's going to be the deciding factor?
That's the $1 million question,
and you know
right
what?
there. That is a great question.
I just from an outsider looking in, I don't think that's the factor that's going to tilt it one way or another.
I agree with you, Rob. I don't think the 21 extra days.
There's still professionals going. They're still going.
And I think the 21 days is not going to matter. I don't think that's going to be.
It's
going
to suffer the projects that don't have to deal with Ebola in West Africa. Like there's cleft palate surgeries that are being done in that area. They're not going to be done. The teams aren't going to go over there.
Would you agree, though, that yes, the professionals and the good-hearted individuals, brave, wonderful, supremely talented people
beyond all the adjectives
that are going
we could come up with.
Okay, so we can agree on the quarantining, but at the same time, you have to. And I think 21 days probably would not dissuade these people from going over to Africa. But I think seeing other people come back and be treated without any respect and dignity, that might dissuade some people.
Like they had the plague.
And here's the weird thing. This is where we as a country need a little bit more humanity, because you have to realize that these are human beings, and in many cases, they're younger human beings, too, that come back. The doctor, we made jokes about it, that, hey, did that guy touch everything? Did he go on every subway?
Right.
Did that doctor, touch the bowling balls? We made a joke about it. But at the same time, I read a lot about this situation, and one thing that seems unquestionable at this stage in time is that this is not a disease that is spread unless you get the bodily fluids of people when they are at their most symptomatic, which translates to diarrhea, vomit, that type of situation. And they're people that wore the right protocol outfits and cleaned up plenty of that have not gotten Ebola. So I don't believe I don't believe that if this doctor had a low-grade fever and put his hand on a subway column that he was supporting himself on, that if you put your hand there, you were going to get Ebola. It's not going to happen.
Right.
And I believe that. At the same time, I think you're talking about the nature of this disease. You really do have to put some precautions.
But think about this:
in place.
if this was any other country, and again, I'm lucky to be here. I consider this, while I was born in Bolivia, I consider Los Estados Unidos my country, right?
Well,
Los Estados Unidos, ladies and gentlemen, Los Estados Unidos.
My homeland.
It's not exactly how we consider it.
Exactly.
But I think it's
I
nice
love
that
it,
you do.
by the way. I love it when you speak like this, Oscar. It makes me proud.
If this was any other country, and maybe you didn't have as many civil liberties that we were afforded,
Sure.
no one would be talking about this. They would say that jerk came back. These are the rules. You're cooling your heels for 21 days.
Lock him up. Lock him up.
Them the rules, and that's it.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
You're right.
And why did this woman have to be from Maine? We've been to Maine enough times to know the people are lovely there.
That's true.
Like, why couldn't you be from like
They're hardy
New
people.
Jersey? And then we know
They're
that
good
people,
people.
or Philadelphia, people would hate that person regardless.
Sacramento.
Here's the thing.
Sacramento.
I think,
Another
I
town.
think, look, I agree with the quarantine, but
Right.
at the same time, I think that this woman was probably
probably-
motivated because she was treated like
Mike,
crap.
some may say that that's not the first time she went to the restroom in a box. If you're over in West Africa, there aren't many choices.
That's true.
Yeah. But
That's
the
true.
thing is, apparently there was attitude that was around. Maybe, who knows? Maybe a little bit of that New Jersey attitude. But you're right. Here's the thing. We talk about
Use poop. Use poop in the box.
You've got puke. You've got puke on the plastic cover.
Hey, use phlegm all over the place. Wipe it up there.
And it's all union
it up.
guys. It's only union. It's a union hospital.
Yeah, and union phlegm.
Yeah. Can't touch that plastic. Gotta get a union guy.
Yeah, you're right about this being a great country, Oscar, and the fact is we are sending a tremendous amount of medical professionals over there because I hope you guys agree with me when I believe the people that are saying the only real way to solve this problem is to catch it at its source.
Of course.
And to cure this and to stem the tide of this
You
horrible
gotta
disease
figure
over in
out
Africa.
what the problem is to not just help the guys that are coming over here, but help what's happening, the outbreak that's happening in West Africa.
Yeah, but so can we agree on this then that, yes, you do quarantine. We're all
Yes.
for that. But you also treat these people with a level of dignity and respect that is indicative of the sacrifice that they're making for the better good of the
Or
world, which they are.
Send them to the nice part of Guantanamo.
Oh, the
They can-
nice
they
part.
can- They can cool their heels on the beach.
That's brilliant.
Send them to
that's
the
a
nice
brilliant
part of
idea.
it, Mike.
You
You know,
know?
the place with the hot tub.
The resort side.
Well, all I know is all this Ebola talk, there's no diarrhea in the Mike O'Mara household. In fact, there's constipation in the O'Mara household.
God bless you, Mike. That's the safest
re-
thing we've ever heard.
I'm ready for home remedies. I really am getting frustrated. We'll take a break and come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show. We know Reno.
And we know that you're going to have the time of your life at CAT 2014.
Saturday, November 15th in the Mandalay Ballroom at Circus Circus in Reno.
It's an all-new Mike O'Mara Show live.
A live show, up close and personal.
Plus an exclusive after party for all the ticket holders.
Come on out and laugh at us and then hang with us.
And if you were wondering about a whore package upgrade,
This time, everyone who buys a ticket is automatically eligible for backstage access.
10 lucky folks will win a pair of backstage passes for a pre-show drink with us.
buy a ticket and you're eligible.
Everybody's a whore at CAT 2014.
Get your tickets by dialing 1-800-648-5010.
That's 1-800-648-5010.
The Mike O'Mara Show live.
Made possible by Encore Insurance Services.
We'll see you there.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by FanDuel. A text message from Rofo to me this morning. FanDuel this week. 2-1 record and a net win of plus $7. Big performances by QB Drew Brees, running back Mark Ingram, and wide receiver T.Y. Hilton. So we're up $7 this week.
$7
You're winning,
ahead.
Mike. You're winning.
Yeah, you're
We're
on the
winning.
golden
That's
boy.
2-1 is fine. Hey, baby, it's winning. We're talking about fantasy football. We're talking about FanDuel. Your season is is next week. Every single week is a brand new season.
Right.
You do not have to pick a team that you stay with all season long. This is a great way to win real cash. Be like Joe Watson. I know Joe.
Joe.
He's from New York. He played for less than 2 weeks last season. Would you like to know what he pocketed?
How much?
What?
Over $30,000. That's a hell of a lot more than $7, isn't it, Rofo? That could be you. FanDuel.com has no season-long commitment, no upfront fees. Entry fees start at just $1, and the money is real. Plus, you get to start a new lineup each week. FanDuel is paying out more than $10 million every single week this NFL season. It's huge. So get started today and win. Just click the microphone in the upper right-hand corner. Use TMOS. The first 50 to use our code TMOS. Get their deposit matched up to $200. That's up to $200 free dollars. This offer ends soon. FanDuel.com, where every week is a new season. FanDuel.com. Sign up today. I can talk about my bodily functions, or I can talk about my dog's bodily functions.
Can we compare them?
But this is going to be a poo segment. I have to be honest.
Okay,
with you. It is.
very good.
I vote for your bodily functions.
Yeah, and I think maybe we can dovetail into the dog.
Okay, my situation is this. Ever since I had my little problem with my diverticulitis, I haven't been normal. I haven't been. The word would be regular.
Just like Jamie Lee Curtis.
So it's well, she does those commercials for that Activia, right? That yogurt.
Activia.
I've taken the Activia. I've taken the Activia. I have.
Do you take it orally?
No, I take it rectally.
Well, then I don't understand what the problem is.
Turkey baster, turkey baster. No.
Carla comes in. What are you doing?
So far, the
Avert
only
your
advice,
eyes, Carla. I'm doing work.
the only advice that I've gotten from our listening audience is, this transplant of. I'm not doing that.
But it's your diet, Mike. Your diet isn't right. You know that. You're your own worst enemy.
No, but my diet is something that has been modified over the last couple of weeks. So I'm very, very.
No junk food.
Oh no junk food.
Oh,
No junk food. No, I'm actually trying to eat the right things. Today, for example, I had 2 eggs, some turkey sausage with whole grain bread, and then I made myself a pineapple and a 0-fat yogurt concoction, a little smoothie.
And there's plenty of fiber in the pineapple.
Well, the fiber and also pineapple is supposed to be the one fruit that aids in digestion. That is what
What about last week when you ate 3 helpings of Hamburger Helper?
Yes.
See, that probably wasn't the best idea.
Yeah,
that was
but you know what?
Even
at the slowest moving digestive system.
Oh, by the way, Oscar,
he's got to be militant.
when you're talking to me about like diet, I'm talking like the last 48 hours. I'm not talking
I meant the last couple
last
weeks.
week.
Overall,
I had some Halloween candy and I did some bad things, and Carla has been on my ass about that. Literally.
Your ass.
Overall, how do you feel though? I mean, if you take the constipation out of it, do you feel okay?
Well, let me just put it this way: there is
take the constipation out of it.
How I want to put this.
Poor man.
I not only want to put this in a broadcast friendly way, I want to put this in a way that's not going to gross everybody out.
Okay.
The fact is, if I was, if I was working in a pottery barn.
Yes.
Oh, great.
And I'm not talking about the chain store. I'm talking about where they make pottery.
I would be Ghost.
Like you were a potter.
On a normal day at the pottery barn, I would produce 4 or 5 very nice urns.
Okay.
Delightful urns.
Yeah.
Today,
big sellers.
I am producing. I'm producing maybe 3 or 4 small coffee cups.
It's affecting your bottom line.
Yes, my bottom line, exactly. So I do. There's no pain involved with this, so I'm fine. So I'm not revisiting what I had before, but I'm ready to. If today things don't work, the way they should, I'm ready to go with the over-the-counter modern medicine.
I'm just so excited every time I visit Mike's pottery store and I buy another one of his trademark ceramic snakes.
Ceramic snakes, yes.
Mike,
would you like a hi? Look at this blue-fired, lovely glazed coil that I got.
That's the name of your pottery store, isn't it? Coils?
Yeah. The Blazed Coil.
The Blazed Coil.
Exactly.
Have you taken probiotics?
Yes, and they did not work. I have
man.
taken in pill form, and also the Greek yogurt is known as a probiotic, and I'm loaded up on that.
But
today.
that really
That's what
won't
I'm
help
doing.
with regularity. That'll just help keep his tummy happy.
When I had that stomach problem for those 3 months, I stopped drinking for those 3 months.
And your body said, "What the hell's going on?"
By the way,
So
I would
bored.
be lying if I didn't say to myself that perhaps that is a factor too. Perhaps my body is simply rebelling against the lack of alcohol.
Oh, no, it would have done that
too
by
long.
now. It would have
Yeah.
been done that by now.
I mean, a lot of
Really?
people had you dead by September, and you've powered through.
What I remember
Rob.
is
Thank
that if I ate anything that wasn't on this list of things I could eat, it was curtains. It ruined me for a week. It would ruin me. So I had to just eat boring food until
Let me
I got
tell you
better.
here's what I don't want to do. I really, really, really don't want to go to a doctor about this. I really don't. I want to.
Probably
I
should
wanna,
at this point.
I know, but I mean, it's been a couple of days. It's not the end of the world. It's been a couple of days, but I haven't been 100% right since I.
It's been 3 weeks.
I hate to broach this as a solution, but I've dealt with older people in the past, and I'm not calling you older. I'm just saying that older people, sometimes their body just, Mike, it ain't. AARP. Yeah. Sometimes their body just.
Go ahead, Rob. This is making me feel pretty good. Go ahead.
No.
Yeah.
And there's a point where your body starts going with heme. Have you thought about maybe just a daily small dose of Metamucil?
Oh yeah, you definitely need that.
I don't, but I've been bound up in the past, and that's never really worked for me.
It just helps.
When you get older, you don't bounce back the way you used to.
What about Dulcolax?
What about
I don't know what that is.
Is that a powder? Is it a pill?
Is that what Lloyd Christmas took in Dumb and Dumber?
The reason, and incidentally, when I do this, I know hilarity ensues, and I know that my pain is everybody's pleasure. But the fact is, I do this for a reason, because I actually do get advice from people. And the last time, unfortunately, all I got was the poop transplant, and I'm not into that, and I'm not doing that.
You've got that great Obamacare. Go to the doctor.
He doesn't want to go to the doctor.
He went to 30 doctors in the first 2 months he was there.
Yeah, but the fact, okay, and I've reached critical mass. I'm done with it. I don't like it. I don't like the little incremental extra that I sometimes have to pay too.
And you gotta feel better by this weekend, because we're all attending critical mass together.
Yeah,
for the baptism.
That's absolutely. Well, nothing will prevent me from doing that.
So Mike, I see the reason why you don't want to go to the doctor, although that might have to be the final solution.
Mm-hmm.
However, Oscar, don't you see, he wants to exhaust all other possibilities before going to the final solution.
But I guess
when you said you eat, you had to eat everything exactly right, or you would be in trouble. What did that mean?
Just lots of fruits and vegetables, a lot of bland food. Just nothing. No, dairy would have upset my stomach. Nothing.
Brat diet.
Nothing with grease. Nothing with grease at all. Like I couldn't even eat one piece of bacon.
No wonder he got fired.
Ruined.
Hey, has anybody ever done thought about doing a study on people that do what we do for a living, specifically radio talk show hosts, and actually go through, because now add Oscar to the list. That is how is Chad's tummy? Does Chad ever have tummy issues? Has he had tummy issues in in the time you've been working with him?
Sometimes he complains about it. He said he hasn't been regular in years, so I guess that would
I would like to go through and do a survey of everybody that does what we do for a living and find out what their tummies are, because I think it's weird. It seems to be everybody in this business.
There was a study done a couple years ago by Sean Hall and Ira Melman, and it came up with the results that. No, I concur, Mike. I think what it is that it's anytime you've got a job where, and I know this is used oftentimes as a punchline, where there's no off switch. Mm-hmm. But most people, when they're done working for the day, they go home and they're done working for the day. Even if everything is done, Oscar, Mike, myself, we're always trying to think, what's going on at that moment in their life? Does it work on the radio? There's no way to really shut it out. And I think that adds to a stress level.
I see that, because you're walking around with that, especially with Mike, how you can set up the next week's show, next day's show. As soon as he's off, he's back on again. What is a colonoscopy? Would that help you?
No, I think I've had.
Well, I mean, it's a great way. It's a great way to spend a pleasant afternoon.
No, I just don't know if that cleans the pipes.
No, it's just a camera.
That does not. Okay. Well, you have to clean the pipes to get that done. But that doesn't help
clean the pipes.
But if you clean the pipes, that's not necessarily going to solve your problem.
Right.
It's really a gradual type of thing that has to be. So, if I get tips from people, I will take that advice, and I'm going to try to maybe do a little over the counter if
try,
things
Mike,
don't
for
happen
1
today.
week. Try like a half dose of Metamucil every day for a week. Stay hydrated. See if it even puts you closer to the right direction.
All right.
Because you know what? When I had trouble with this when I was doing one of the diets we did that was very, very protein-centric. And your body just sort of slows down. Yeah. And my
body's not going with him.
Not going with him. That's the great Marty Lacker, Mike. His body just wasn't going with him. And also, Mike, you might want some Nullo deodorant tablets, so you don't have to.
Well, know that we're rooting for you.
We are rooting for you. But the doctor, to finish up, the doctor said that fiber, that's not going to make you, S your brains out, but it's going to help things along.
Did you know that Mike's bathroom, the guest bathroom, when you close the door, a little light comes on, like an airplane bathroom?
Does it really?
Yeah. That's his house.
Occupado?
Occupado. That's what it says.
Well, for today, I'm trying this. When I get done with the show, I will go on my regular 30 minutes sleeping, 30 minutes waking, 30 minutes sleeping, 30 minutes waking. And every time I wake, of course, I've instructed Carla to feed me a cherry pie.
Well, I think,
So
then
that's
what's the
exactly-
problem?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Do you
Should be
take
And then
naps?
off to the pool
take
to
naps?
shoot flash bulbs.
Do you get to take naps during the day?
No,
That must
God,
be great,
no, I don't
right?
take- no, I do. No, I do not take naps.
I can't
no,
take naps. I wish I
I
could.
am not.
You do during the audio vault.
I do.
You know
It's
what?
good.
Hold
Solid
on.
5 minutes.
I
Solid
took a
5.
nap on Sunday.
Well,
I
Sunday
took a
doesn't
nap
count.
on Sunday.
The
Yes,
Lord's
Sunday
Day,
is when
day
I
of
took-
rest.
Yeah, you have to rest.
The Lord's Day. Yes.
What
I
about
was exhausted after all my churchy.
all of your
McChurches.
worshiping? How about raisins? Do you eat raisins?
Yeah, I like raisins.
Raisins are a good thing to keep things going. Lots of fiber.
That's terrific.
Or
okay,
prunes.
doctor.
Just kill a
Yeah,
box of
thank you.
Raisin
Taco
Bran and
Bell.
see what happens.
Oh, Raisin
Yeah,
Bran.
we'll
That's
see.
right. And then
Oh,
put a
fantastic.
seatbelt on your toilet.
Yeah, that's a great idea. All right.
2
thanks.
scoops.
Well, thanks. That was
always-
great medical corner. As usual, I got nothing out of it.
Well, I'm
we'll
sure
take a
we've
break,
cured you.
and we will come back with more fun. We'll talk about Walmart fat girl costumes when we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Anthony works in the grocery store, saving his pennies for someday.
Anthony's a good boy. He works in the grocery store. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Hey, this is the time of year we want to start you thinking along the lines of one of the biggest supporters of the Mike O'Mara Show, and it's something that doesn't affect you in any way other than great deals. We're talking about Amazon. We've been talking about our Amazon page for quite some time, and we all know that's well and good, but the holidays are upon us, and now, more than ever, we need to remind you of one very important fact. Shopping through our Amazon portal remains the single best way to support this show. Remember, it doesn't cost a penny extra, and it means the world to us. And it's an added step. We know it's an added step, but it's an added step that helps. The next time you need to buy anything, just go to MikeO'MaraShow.com, and it's right there, the Amazon icon. You click on that, you bookmark it, and you're set to go. Click the Amazon button on our website, then shop like you normally would. It's that simple. We need you to try just a little harder, folks. And now, because you love it, our TMOS listener purchase of the day. Here's Rob Spiewak.
Hey, Mike, get ready to take reading to the next level with the Kindle Voyage. It features the highest resolution, the highest contrast, the new adaptive front light, reimagined page turns, Wi-Fi and 3G connectivity, and a battery that lasts weeks, not hours. The Kindle Voyage is the thinnest Kindle ever, and you can get it through our Amazon portal. It's the Kindle Voyage. Back to you, Reverend.
You see, Amazon has everything, and never fear, Amazon still sells pasties, slot cars, kazoos, yeast, short pants, long johns, candied fruit, safety pins, and the tastiest taffy on the internet, too. If you need it, Amazon has it.
Do they have fritters?
Yeah. And make sure that you stop by Whitehall Inn for their fabulous fruit fritters. Always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. The best way to save money and support this show, too. Bookmark Amazon at MikeO'MaraShow.com and get ready for your easiest holiday shopping ever. Yes, Oscar
Mike,
Santana.
lightning deal. Discovered this yesterday. Today is the last chance. So if you're listening this on October 28th, you could take advantage.
Yeah.
Day of. Amazon came out with a new Fire TV stick, which
Yes.
is kind of like their Fire TV box.
Yep.
But it's not $99.
No, Mike, fire good in this case.
It offers you Netflix, Pandora, Hulu Plus, Amazon, access to all these. Watch ESPN, Showtime, anywhere. It basically takes any TV you have in the home, makes it a smart TV.
Sure.
And it's usually $39. Today only, it's $19.
Half price.
19. And if I were you and you're thinking, okay, what am I going to get my kids? What am I going to get something different? You could spend the $19 today if you're listening and use it as a stocking stuffer.
Buy
What
5 of them
an
and
incredible stocking stuffer.
Give them to people,
Yes.
that you sometimes you need a gift.
So again, if you go through the Mike O'Mara Show, the front page, once you click through that, it says $19 to order today. Just want to make sure that everybody knew about that steal.
Awesome.
Well, I want to pile on, too. If you two had your own one, how about planning that fabulous holiday vacation to the islands? Stock up on luggage at Amazon.com. Thank you.
Is it half price?
Anyway, that's all I got. Welcome back to the show. Big controversy as our society makes such a huge deal about things that really, are they going to affect people all that much? This is the latest, is the Walmart scandal about putting on their website
Scandal,
for
Mike.
Halloween.
It's a scandal.
Fat girl costumes. Now, I'm not sure the details of this story, but I know that they apparently had a website and it was. Did they say fat girl costumes?
Yeah,
Is that
it
what
was.
said
If you
on
looked at the
website?
toolbar, the Walmart toolbar at the top of the screen, it said, like men's costumes, boys costumes, fat girl costumes, and you could click the fat girl costume, and it would take you to the like the sexy beer maid outfit and all that stuff.
So, and of course, the Twitterverse went nuts because people were very, very concerned about this, very freaked out about it, and I don't know. It just seems to me that yes, it was a mistake on their part, but when it exploded, it just now, Rob, as we are the resident fat men in the room, and we have to.
But I'm not a fat girl.
I would not necessarily be offended if they said fat guy costumes. If they had that, I would be like, okay, I'm a fat guy. I'm going to get some fat
I'd be
guy
fine with it, but
costumes.
don't you think there is something different than being a fat guy and calling someone a fat girl?
Well,
I mean, I do think that this is blown out of proportion, but, fat girl kind of indicates kid. And, you'd want to be nice to kids.
The lines are a little blurred these days, though.
In what way?
Because if you think about it, I guess it's a double-edged sword here. Women have made so many strides these days,
and strides
these days, where they are making more than some men out there, right? And in different places. And you sit there, you're like, for a guy to be called fat and a woman to be fat, it's just kind of, in my eyes, at least in my little ecosystem, it's kind of like equal opportunity.
Sure.
So what's the big deal there?
I think one of the big deals that troubled me is how bad it is for sales. I mean, it's stupid on Walmart's part. It doesn't bother me that anyone's feelings are going to get hurt.
So you think that the fat girls that are out there would say, I am never shopping at Walmart again, basically?
I think it's probably going to piss off more people than it's going to charm.
Here it is. The Retail Giants site featured a Halloween category titled Fat Girl Costumes. It's not there now, but it stayed there for a large part of yesterday morning and long enough for multiple screen grabs. And I'm looking at it right now. They've got the Lava Diva female vampire women's plus-size adult Halloween costume. By the way, it only got 1 star. You know what got 5 stars?
What's the highest-rated fat girl outfit, Mike?
The Lava Diva Saloon Girl woman's plus-size adult Halloween costume.
Is Lava Diva the brand?
I guess so.
Do they cater to the larger American?
And also, some of these costumes are so slutty, you don't know if they're going to fit you.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. I clicked on the link mistakenly because I wanted to buy a Melissa McCarthy costume. I thought it was costumes of fat girls. But no, it's costumes for fat girls. So that's confusing,
look,
too.
I'm looking at the article right here somebody just wrote. And they actually have a good sense of humor about it, where they say some people would... There are women out there who are of larger carriage.
Yes.
That would appreciate knowing what they're buying online.
Right.
So if you're going to categorize it, give me the bare bones category so I don't buy something that's going to arrive. And if you didn't know...
Don't use the word bare bones here.
But costumes, you can't return them once they come to your house.
That's right.
It's a done deal.
Use the term chicken bones.
It's a done deal.
So
this person clearly appreciates it.
Here's a tweet from Walmart. Says, this never should have been on our site. It is unacceptable, and we apologize. We worked quickly to remove this.
Yes, we did. We worked quickly.
It just
I'm shocked.
I understand it. Look, I completely understand it's offensive to fat women, but at the same time, as a fat guy, have you been to our fan page lately? Have you seen what people put up on a regular basis? I mean, it's a joke. I mean, it's funny. Did you see the guy with the chopper? That they said Mike's new motorcycle, and the guy that had the crack of his ass hanging out over his jeans and stuff like
hilarious.
that. Now, it's hysterical. I mean, you have to appreciate the comedy, and you have to know thyself. I mean, look, I understand there's a different standard with women and with men, but at the same time, should there be? Shouldn't we all maybe lighten up a little bit? I mean,
well, if you lighten up, you're not going to need those costumes. We
don't like being fat, Rob. We don't like fat jokes. We really don't. We probably really don't.
But you got to embrace it. You got to embrace it because it's the reality.
Right.
I've been to this People of Walmart website.
Yes.
I'm not so sure they're selling to anybody. Do fat people shop at Walmart? I don't know.
Everybody shops there.
Oh, by the way, here in
Mike
Cocoonville,
shops there.
That's right, and so does Oscar.
Oh, I do shop there. I have to tell you this. Next door, probably 100 yards
from your home,
the entrance to Cocoonville.
Yeah.
Guess what they broke ground on this week?
What?
Walmart.
Hey,
there we go. There go our Amazon numbers.
Why are you applauding?
There go our Amazon numbers.
No, you know what's going to be so great is the value of his house is going to skyrocket.
I don't know whether you're right about
And
that.
a place, Mike, a great place to park your RV.
Oh my God! Can you imagine
Joe,
the trouble that's going to park there?
If somebody comes down to visit, now there's a buffer though. There's a buffer, and it's not like I'm out on a main drag. I'm on a main commercial drag here, so it's not like it's that big a deal.
Wasn't there already a Walmart that was pretty close?
No, not really. Not really. The Walmart would be probably half an hour away, which is close in terms of DC, but around here everything's a little closer. I will tell you this: if you want to see construction work and people come waltzing in and get her done, I've never seen anything like that. Carla and I are driving back from wherever, and she points over to the right. She said, "You see that lot over there? That's where they're breaking ground on Walmart." I said, "Well, when are they doing it?" "I think pretty soon." Not 24 hours later, they had the trees just decimated, and they had completely built this access road. And it's like, they probably use the same construction people that they fly in.
They've built this concrete box before, and meanwhile, Sam Walton is somewhere at a desk saying, "The longer it is before we open, the longer it is before we make money. Let's hurry."
Is it a super Walmart?
I don't think it's a super Walmart, but I'm not sure. Now, there are different...
now, the super Walmart, is that what has a grocery store? Yeah.
Get everything there.
Yeah, get eggs.
All right. I want to talk about, speaking of coming down here, you boys are on a plane on Saturday, and you're coming down for Michael's baptism.
Saturday
morning. I'm
morning.
very excited to see everybody. Saturday night, we're going to have a fantastic time, but I'm throwing this out to you. Not because I am a lazy host, but it just seems to me that after a morning of churching, that this might be better than just coming back to my little house and me cooking something on a grill, and I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay.
And this is not, I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't care either way.
Can I say something before you throw it out there? You mentioned this before we actually started taping today.
And what does this have to do with us?
And
it's
also,
your party.
but the way he said it, there is a certain amount of shame, even though he's not revealing
that
it
Irish
now.
guilt.
Yeah, there's some shame attached to it, and it's sort of there in the subtext when you say, "It's up to you guys, and I don't have a dog in this fight, and I'm not lazy." But all right, what is it?
Can't
what is
wait.
this fight in which you have no dog?
Are we going to go buy fat guy costumes?
No.
Lava Diva, fat guy, baptism
May
outfit.
I tell you, please?
Okay.
Sure.
On the Sunday after the baptism, I think it starts at like 1 o'clock, maybe earlier. Let me Google it. Hold on just a second. Let me just see. Hold
Is
on.
it the baptism post show?
If he doesn't know, how are we supposed to know?
Well, he's going to tell us.
No, I saw this on the Magic Box. I saw this on
the television.
But on Wednesday we have our call, which is tomorrow.
No, that's today.
Oh, we have our call today?
Yes.
Oh,
Oscar.
what time?
1 o'clock.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Thanks for keeping track.
It starts at 11 a.m. It starts at 11 a.m. and it goes till 5.
Yes.
Instead of coming back here, this is taking place at JetBlue Park, which is not 15 minutes from where I live.
We've seen a ball game there.
You've seen a ball game there,
Yes.
and what they're having is on Sunday they are having the Taste of the Town of Fort Myers, and they are going to have.
Doesn't the taste sort of taste like copper?
Now stop it! This is a typical taste of the
I
town.
can't wait to see the jorts. Just everywhere.
Yeah.
That and tank tops.
Yeah. And also a couple lava
The
divas.
rebel flag.
Yeah. Yeehaw.
It seems to me
Can you
like
just stop being Manassas for just a minute?
What?
You can't take
Why
it
am
to
I
the
being
taste of the town. You're going to
Why?
host a nice party at your house. We'll all help. We'll grill out. We'll have a nice time.
Exactly. And we don't want to be distracted by the taste of the town. We want to focus on the event of the
family.
day. Yeah, the family's together. And you know what? And maybe it's
Well,
being...
the family's going to be. You're going to be together on Saturday night, and
It might be too presumptuous for me to say this, but I feel like part of the family. I want to visit the family.
And you know, if we're
So
going to
you
taste
want
of
to
the
come
town,
back to the house, and I'll just throw something on the grill.
yeah, if they
We'll
have
do it that
turkey
way.
legs, Rob's going to be in the front of that hut the entire time.
And I love a hut. You
Yeah,
jerk.
they got some. They got. They've got some really, really good things. Though.
Oh, no,
they really
don't.
do.
There's a contest for the best fake grouper.
Mike, you're flying us down for the baptism of your son, not
First
for the
Street
taste
Deli,
of the town.
Artesian Gelato, Bahama Breeze is going to be there. Beast Grand Cafe, the Bubba Room Burger 21, Burger Q, Cabana's Beach Bar and Grill, Connor's Steak and Seafood, a great restaurant. Crew, another restaurant down there. Marker 92, Longhorn Steak.
Oh, the Longhorn Steakhouse.
I've never been there before.
You know what? If that tasting goes well, maybe I can visit the one that's in
Can't wait to
Leesburg.
try it in Fort Myers.
Fort
Steamy
Myers Longhorn.
Tomatoes,
Yeah.
the Sandy Hook
Hold on,
Fish
did
and
you
Rib
say
House.
steamy
Ruth's
tomatoes?
Ruth's Chris is going to be there.
Oh, all the way from Tyson's Corner.
Yeah. So, all right,
Whose
well, let's
idea was
settle
this?
them.
Whose idea was
mine.
this?
This was mine.
Yeah.
This was mine.
Does
No,
Carla know?
Carla's aware of this discussion, but I think you've answered the question. I think we'll make it a family, quiet family time.
Unless you
that's
really
what we'll do.
hate us.
Yeah.
No, I don't. What? Excuse me.
He doesn't hate us.
I thought that would be a nice thing to do, to just be outside and in the beautiful Florida sunshine. It's going to be 79 degrees here on Sunday.
What if
and
we
I thought it would be a
compromise?
nice outdoor. What's that?
A compromise would be this. Let's go and have some family time at his house.
Yes.
And then he throws some steaks on the grill and then offers us a tasting.
That would work.
We could call it Taste of O'Mara.
What the thought was, Mrs. O'Mara suggested perhaps we go to the Taste of the Town, then we come back here for the baptism cake, the fabulous baptism cake.
What kind of cake?
If this was your
I
wife's
don't know
idea,
what
then
kind
we
of
could
cake,
do
Rob.
it.
I don't know. What?
Mike, if this is your wife's idea, it's her day. We could do it.
No, it's
a
not.
problem.
It's not her idea. This is all me.
Oh,
This is
okay.
all me.
All right.
All right. I get it. You guys have weighed in. I wanted your opinion. That's why the reason I ask you on the air is because I want the unvarnished opinion of what we're going to do.
Selfish,
And so-
perhaps, but I do want to spend time with
Yeah,
the
I
family.
don't want to go to a street festival.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with you and your family.
And also, JetBlue
Okay,
Park, I'm
then-
not
then
sure
I
that's the
understand
best
that.
place for that event.
It's a JetBlue Park.
Yeah.
Oh,
What does that
Okay.
mean?
Okay. Well,
I
what's
mean,
wrong?
could you
I'm sorry.
imagine-
That's the location they have
could
it.
you imagine?
Yeah, I tried.
No, we've been to JetBlue Park.
Oh, I know. I
yeah,
know.
we're just walking around, eating, around, eating, around, eating. It's not like it's picturesque there.
See, you hate. Now, let me tell you something about your brother there, okay?
All right.
I just want you to know this, Rob, when you're siding with him on this particular
I'm
issue.
not siding with him. I'm
he
siding.
hates food. He hates food.
Mike,
he hates to eat, and
I
he
know he
hates
does.
food.
I know
he
he does.
doesn't. He doesn't like food. Food doesn't motivate him at all. What motivates him is like a designer skin tight shirt and a club.
And I'm
That's
not,
what motivates
I'm
him.
not siding with him. I'm siding with family.
Family first.
And religion.
You got
and
it. You got it.
Religion.
Yeah, I'm
that was
siding
kinda
with
thick.
religion. Yeah, I almost got through that
Yeah.
without laughing. Also, Mike,
Stop it.
let me say this. I've known you for a long time,
Yes.
and I don't want to spend a Sunday that involves you standing in lines.
Yeah, and you would be upset.
You're not going to like it.
Yeah.
You're not going to like waiting 10
All
minutes
I wanted
to
was
get
a
a bite of
snow
T-bone.
cone.
That's right.
All right, then I will probably be cooking steaks on my grill back here at the house.
Did you get the
And,
thing fixed on the side?
Didn't do that yet, but it doesn't
Okay.
have to be.
All
It's
right.
fine.
Yeah, no one
But
needs
the
to do
fact
that.
is, by the way, as far as grilling steaks, your buddy there, Mr. Poindexter himself,
Yes.
the douche of douches, Alton Brown.
Yes.
You know what he says his favorite steak to cook on the grill is?
What's that?
Skirt steak.
Well, it goes with his outfit.
Oh.
And isn't that the stuff you make the carne asada?
Yeah,
you
it's
don't
carne
use that
asada.
kind of steak.
Nice and thin.
I'm not doing that. I think I'm making nice strips. That's what.
Oh,
I'm
it's my
doing.
Whatever
favorite.
you're
Strip
into.
steaks.
That is my favorite.
So you arrive, we pick you up. We're going to have a night at Coconut Point on Saturday night. We have babysitters for the little guy. We'll be out there.
Oh.
You guys literally can walk back to your hotel after we're done Saturday night, and then Sunday we have the big roundup where we have to be at the church at 9:00 for the rehearsal, and then we have the big baptism at 10. And after that, we can head back to the house and we'll have a nice afternoon, and then I will kick you the hell out, and then we'll come back here and do a show on Monday, and it should be fun and hilarious.
Sounds
and all
like a
those
plan.
We will actually be meeting with the Padre this afternoon via telephone.
Yeah.
So we will be
wow.
making a good impression.
Can't wait. I'm gonna ask him all his favorite scary movies.
No, what are you doing?
Okay.
So what do you feel about quarantine?
What he's doing is he's working me. He is working me. That's what he is doing. And I.
How do you
I'm
feel
having none
about
of
The
it.
Exorcist 2?
Hey, I was
Okay,
wondering
thank
if
you.
after if we could keep the baptism awful short, we could all head out to the ballpark and eat food together.
Well, you've answered that. Boy, I certainly got the opinion. Thank you, boys. I appreciate
Did you invite
that.
the
All right.
priest over?
Oh,
you
yeah,
were gonna
did you?
invite the priest over.
No. No, I did not.
Oh, you should.
He won't. He won't.
Yeah.
He won't come.
Yeah, it's just courtesy,
frankly, I'm
right?
not doing that because he probably gets that a lot, and I think he probably after his show is over, he probably wants to chill out with his family too. That's
Once
the way.
Audi
that's the way
Vault's
it goes.
over.
Yeah. Yeah, and really, in these
Woe is me, what
these
a
difficult
day.
times, it's just another steak. But anyway, we'll take a break. Come back with news you may not need on the Mike O'Mara Show. That was more exhausting than I thought it would.
Hi, this is a random listener, and I've been doing a lot of thinking lately about Rob Spiewak's bag. Rob loves a lot of things, but what he loves more than anything is having listeners fill up his bag week after week with wonderful messages. Would you be a sweetie and drop Rob a message for his bag? Send it right along to rob@mikeomarashow.com. Don't forget the 2 B's. Then every Wednesday, who knows, Rob might reach into his bag and pluck out a message from you. Please, help Rob with his bag.
All right. Okay.
I've been drinking a lot tonight.
I love it.
Thank you.
So great.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Time for news you may not need, brought to you by Vistaprint. Hey, small business owners, listen up right now. At Vistaprint.com, you can get 500 business cards for just $9.99 when you enter promo code TMOS at checkout. You heard me right. Just $9.99 for 500 business cards. Vistaprint makes it easy to create a card that's right for you. Pick from tons of designs, add your info, and you're on your way to a card that's perfect for you. They're fun to create. You can even upgrade to their signature stock or add a fancy finish or even raise print. Vistaprint also offers tons of other products, too, from marketing materials to custom apparel, even holiday cards, calendars, and gifts. Plus, all of their products are 100% guaranteed. If you're not happy, Vistaprint will make it right. I know this, and I can't wait to get my holiday cards from Vistaprint. Get your 500 business cards on sale for $9.99. There's never been a better time to professionally promote your business. What an incredible deal that is. Just visit Vistaprint.com and use promo code TMOS to get this offer, and do it today.
News.
Mike.
Oh, I am. Yes.
There's a new phenomenon that I don't know if you're aware of. Now Oscar lip syncs his boo from the beginning of the news element.
It's my favorite bit.
Well, let's try it again. Here we go.
News.
Watch. It's like putting on the hits. Remember that show?
Oh, there is such good news today in the world of show business,
What's
people.
that? What's that?
NBC is bringing Neil Patrick Harris back to series television
Oh, yeah.
as host of a comedy variety series. The new show is based on the successful British TV format Ant and Dec's Saturday Night Takeaway. Does anybody ever seen that?
I don't take the
No.
BBC.
Okay.
Ant and Dex.
I like Ant, but I hate Dex.
Ant and Dec's Saturday Night Takeaway. NBC didn't announce an official title or premiere date for its adaptation, which will air for 10 episodes. The series will feature comedy sketches, musical numbers, mini game shows, and appearances by A-list stars, according to NBC.
So
It
you
will
know what
film
it
in
is?
front of a live audience.
It's
What?
Sábado Gigante.
Sábado Gigante.
It's what it is. And, everything old is new again. This is a 40-year-old format that they're bringing back.
Well, but also,
I like when
here's
he
the
says, ¿Cuánto cuesta? Cheers.
San
Here's the
Francisco.
thing. Does it have to be Neil Patrick Harris?
Yep.
Does it always have to be
Well, he
Neil
was great in
Patrick
Gone
Harris?
Girl. He killed.
He was good in Gone Girl. He
Yeah.
was. But it's always Neil Patrick
Well,
Harris.
they have to
because-
attach it. They have to attach a name to it, Mike, and they don't have. There's no Carol Burnett's anymore. It has to be
Right.
someone who can do all that stuff. And whether or not you're a fan of his work, I mean, he can.
They could pick a douchier guy, right?
Yeah, they probably could.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, he has served as the Emmys host and the Tony Awards host, so we'll see what happens. I don't mind the idea of a variety show. Might be kind of fun, a little different. We haven't had that in a while, so we'll see what happens.
The neat thing about Ant and Dex is I wondered where he left after he left Opie, and now apparently he's hosting a show over in Great Britain. So good for him.
¿Cuánto cuesta el fantastic?
Cheers.
Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Martin have consciously uncoupled, a source says, and that Jennifer apparently was the one
man.
that did the uncoupling. Officially, we don't know why, but those ever-present anonymous sources say it's all about Paltrow.
Really?
Gwyneth Paltrow, yes.
She warming her way back in?
Here is the anonymous quote attributed to no one. Jennifer just couldn't compete and didn't want to. Chris is clearly not over Gwyneth, and his main priority is his kids. So anyway, they split up, if you care about that.
So she's on the market, Oscar.
Take those cans somewhere else.
That's right.
Yeah,
Put them on the
baby.
cloud.
Hugh Jackman was recently treated for skin cancer for a third time in a year, but he will not die, we assume. It was a minor thing.
Like a movie promo, Mike. That was like a trailer.
He will not die in a world. It was a minor thing. His rep says it's all good now. Jackman was also treated in November of 2013. Did you know that he was treated for skin cancer?
I had heard that rumor. I
did not know.
That's
At
wild.
the time, he said, quote, it's a basal cell carcinoma, which of all the skin cancers is the most minor, but you do need to take care of it immediately because it's growing. Basal cell carcinoma, also what I'll be putting on the steaks on Sunday. So I'm looking forward
I
to
thought
that.
he was a guy we had on the show a couple months ago. A British guy.
Basal cell, hello. I'm basal cell
Saturday night.
carcinoma. We've got another one. Apparently, Larry King got a good reception for tweeting out late-night random thoughts last week because he unleashed another batch on Sunday night.
Yep.
Here are the highlights, all right? We got them right here. I don't have any music for Larry. I don't know whether we have that, but I like the smell of turpentine.
Oh, God.
What's wrong with him?
When was the last time you saw someone smoking a pipe? Sue me, but I don't like buttered popcorn. I used to be able to name every member of the U.S. Senate.
That's BS right there. That's a lie. He's never
Do you
been
think
able to.
Sean's doing this?
Like helping him with it?
Yeah, she's like, they sit down, and they just finished their podcast, and he's in New York and she's in L.A. and he
Right.
goes, I have to do that tweeting thing.
No, you know what this is, and Michael.
Well, they were doing it that. Go ahead, Rob.
This is his old Larry King column, King's Things. He's just taking it to the next level. He might
Well,
not
they
do
were
the
doing
actual typing, but he's thinking them.
Somebody's tweeting them.
If they were doing it the way Larry does the podcast, Sean would say, "Larry, we're ready for another one of your random thoughts," and Larry would come on and go,
Can you hum rap music?
so, "That's one of them right
You
here."
should do them for him.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Hold on just a second.
I'll do them all like Larry.
Please.
I don't know why, but I've never enjoyed drinking water.
He's a mess.
I've been having a hard time finding Nestle's Crunch Bars lately. Bring back the miniskirt. I still get excited when the mailman shows up.
He's home for that?
Yeah.
Larry, we're ready for your last. We're ready for your last one, Larry.
I've never driven a tractor.
What does it say about me, Mike? That's the most entertaining Larry King has been for me in 10 years. Just
know,
that.
it's
That's
fantastic.
fantastic. That's what he should do.
What a maniac.
The Washington Redskins. Anybody watch that game last night? Amazing football
Yes,
game.
sir.
Really, really great Monday
So
night
much
game.
fun.
Beautifully called, and kudos to John Gruden, who I thought was very objective, considering the fact that his brother was coaching the Redskins. They had just defeated their hated rival Dallas. Everybody in burgundy and gold was feeling a rare moment of exaltation, and I felt the same way. I felt good for the Redskins fans. Colt McCoy, great shots of his dad watching him with this great victory. Really a tough team in Dallas. And John Sutcliffe of ESPN Deportes was trying to wrangle an on-camera interview with McCoy. Enter Tony the Dick Wiley.
Yep.
Redskins Vice President of Communications. And it's great when somebody's an a-hole, and he's probably an a-hole all the time, but they caught him on camera being a jerk. He was trying to get McCoy off the field however he could. Yes, Rob.
I was just going to tell you that I have the tape standing by if you want to hear.
Okay. He was trying to get Colt McCoy off the field however he could.
This is great.
And he comes across as a total hump because everybody knew this guy, Wiley, was in charge. Play the tape, Rob. This is at the end of the Redskins game. Great
On
victory for the
TV.
Skins.
That's right. The
On
Gruden
TV.
brothers are talking,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then this happens.
Jay, your brother has a question for you. Go ahead, John.
Hey, Jay, I just want to know when you're going to give Colt McCoy a hug and then start to enjoy the victory.
This is cool.
When are you going to give Colt a big hug and start enjoying this?
As soon as I get off the microphone with you clowns.
Go for it.
So they're leaving.
Thank you, Lise.
They're leaving
and
now.
Colt, quite a night here in Texas as the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins come down to overtime.
No means no.
No means no.
What a dick.
No
He's
means
got
no.
his little pocket square.
Mike, if
he's what a jerk.
If you isolate that no means no, that Vine it went so viral that it was trending worldwide, and people were asking questions. When someone offers you drugs, no means no.
Exactly.
When someone tries to steal your rent money, no means no. When you want to get McDonald's and your wife says no means no.
No means no.
They were just, but it was everywhere,
Yeah, trended worldwide and completely viral and great when a guy gets called on being a hump.
Absolutely.
I really
Dick,
like that. It
right?
was terrific.
A dick.
Yes, absolutely. We're not 100% sure this is real, but we want to believe it is because it fulfills every single guy's hungover fantasy. There's a photo circulating online from a guy named Dave. We don't know where he lives. We're guessing England. Apparently, he had a really bad hangover last week and wanted pizza, but he didn't want to leave his bed, so he ordered Domino's online, and in the delivery instructions, he wrote, "I'm so hungover in bed. Let yourself in, turn right, go past the kitchen, through the lounge room, turn left, and double doors are my bedroom. I'm in my undies watching James Bond. Don't be alarmed. Thanks, Dave." And the Domino's delivery woman actually did it.
That's
we
great.
know because it might be fake, but who knows? It might not be either. We know because Dave posted a screenshot of his order on Domino's and a photo of the delivery woman walking into his room with his pizza. I thought
that is
pretty
awesome.
I like that. And now a little something. You should never drive drunk, but you especially shouldn't do it around Halloween when you're in an embarrassing costume.
That's right,
The
Mac.
internet will not give you a pass. 37-year-old Carrie Gibson of Gorham, Maine, hey, another Maine
Hey.
shit, was driving around 2 a.m. on Sunday on her way home from a Halloween party. At least we hope it was on the way home from a party. And she doesn't just randomly dress in elaborate kids' costumes.
Oh, no.
When the cops pulled Carrie over, she was wearing a full-blown Hello Kitty costume.
That is so great.
That included a big plush Hello Kitty head.
Sure.
Although she had it on the passenger seat, she wasn't wearing it while she was driving. At least, it doesn't seem like that, or unless she took it off at the last minute. She might have whipped it off before the cops got there. She was arrested for DUI, failure to properly use a litter box, and licking herself while operating a motor vehicle. No, we're going to take a break. Come back with the audio ball and Rob Spiewak. That'd be good for you at Halloween. Hello Kitty.
I'd take that.
It's Tony and Gary.
Hey, I'm Tony Perkins.
Hey, I'm Rob Ford.
On this week's episode, he's not, but Rob Ford is now an important part of our broadcast.
We're going to be very nice to him.
Also on the show is Jackie Martling. Jackie the Joke Man.
Jackie Martling.
Jackie Martling. This guy is one of the funniest people in the universe.
Tell one of his jokes. Go ahead.
I can't tell them because no one can tell them like Jackie can.
And they're too dirty to tell.
They're too dirty to tell. You want to hear our episode with the most bleeps? It's this one. Find it at TonyPerkinsShow.com.
The Tony Perkins Show.
Tell one of his jokes.
Hey, come on, tell it.
Just not nice.
So there are these two guys that climbed the mountain, and then they said, welcome back to the Michael Merritt Show. This portion of the program brought to you by Sleep Number Bed. Yeah. Hey, I don't want to put too much emphasis on my Sleep Number Bed, but it is my opinion, Redskins fans, that because I watched the second half of the Redskins game on top of my Sleep Number Bed,
yes,
I believe that is why the Redskins won the game. And I would have said the same thing.
That's what they
to
said on
Dallas fans if
ESPN.
they would.
That's what they said.
The Dual Air technology guarantees that as soon as I snuggle in, I'm asleep before I know it. And I have proof. You see, every Sleep Number bed is available with Sleep IQ technology. It uses sensors to track and optimize your sleep. There's nothing to wear, nothing to turn on. You just sleep. It actually tracks your heart and respiratory rate so you know the precise amount of perfect sleep you're getting every night. It's the smartest bed in the world. It's the Sleep Number bed with Sleep IQ technology. Listen to this wonderful offer. You can only find this amazing technology at a Sleep Number store, where a Sleep Number C2 Queen mattress with Sleep IQ starts at just $999.98. Now, my Sleep Number is an 80. Carlos is an 85. You should see why Sleep Number was named Best of 2014 by a leading consumer magazine. Find your Sleep Number setting today only at one of the 450 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Find one near you by calling 800-511-0061. That's 800-511-0061. And don't forget to tell them that Mike O'Mara sent you. Now, without further ado, let's get to the audio vault with Mr. Rob Spiewak. Take it away, Rob.
Thank you. One of my go-to favorite talk show host guests anymore. I mean, it used to be like you'd never miss Don Rickles. I loved when Tony Randall would step in. But you know who's great is Charles Barkley. And every time he sits down, he tells a great story. I lead with a story he told last night on The Tonight Show. Apparently, he left college early for the NBA draft, and the Sixers were going to draft him, but they were worried that he was too fat.
They bought me in a month in advance, and I weighed 292. And the owner says, people are worried about your weight. We're going to bring you back a day before the draft. We want you down to 285. So I went to Texas for the summer, got in shape. I was actually down about probably 280. And then my agent says, you know, if the 76ers draft you, they had a hard salary cap back then, you can only get a one-year deal for $75,000. I said, I didn't leave college early for $75,000. So we had 48 hours before we had to go back to Philadelphia. So what happened was we went to Denny's. We went to lunch at Red Lobster. Then we went out to dinner that night. I got like 2 T-bone steaks. And I got up the next day and did the exact same thing. So I fly to Philadelphia, I get on the scale, I weigh 302. And the guy curses me up and down. And I'm kind of laughing inside. I said, well, then you won't draft me, right? With the number 5 pick, the Philadelphia 76ers select Charles Barkley. I said, oh, hell no.
He said, now I'm fat and poor.
An American original. I love that man. He's so much fun to listen to.
I am so glad you brought up Larry King's tweets because he actually posted a small video message defending his twittering, Mike.
I'm not drunk, haven't been hacked, and it's only 11 o'clock here.
All right, Rob, now hold on. I'm so glad you have this tape.
Good.
I want you to turn it up a little bit.
Okay.
Because I want you to listen. We have to be very quiet.
Okay.
At the end of this, I went back and I watched it 3 times.
Okay.
At the end of this, you hear his upper plate and his lower plate connect. So he does, and I'm doing this. It's Sunday night at 11 o'clock, and then you hear.
Okay, here we go.
All right, listen to this. See if it translates on the tape.
I'm not drunk, haven't been hacked, and it's only 11 o'clock here.
There is a slight click. There is.
Play it again.
That is excellent.
Listen to the teeth.
Haven't been hacked, and it's only 11 o'clock here.
Poor
Good
man.
ears, Mike. Good. This is a news story from Colorado, and I play this to everyone. And the name of this tape, Oscar, is You Think You're Having a Bad Day.
Okay.
Okay, Mike, you think you're having a bad day.
A man is in critical condition after being run over by his own van in Aurora this morning. He was backing out of his driveway when he dropped a lit cigarette onto his jacket, so he jumped out of the vehicle to avoid being burnt by it. The van kept rolling backwards. He was knocked to the ground. Now, the front driver's side tire rolled over the man's head. Police say that he is expected to survive.
So don't smoke. That's what I'm saying. He's expected to survive.
My dear, sweet 94-year-old Mamo, you remember that when she was going out to get the mail and she didn't put the car all the way in park and she ran back?
Yep.
This one, she was like in her 70s, I think, and she ran back to be Superwoman, and it ran over her. And thank God it didn't run over her head. You know?
Yeah.
So the thing is I've always loved this show, Scooby-Doo. And it's really about what? A bunch of kids driving around in a van solving mysteries. Well, they've sort of rebooted that format on Adult Swim, but do you know who is hosting the show?
No.
Or the star of the show is? Mike, it's called The Mike Tyson Mysteries. And it's Mike Tyson
I saw a promo for this.
driving around in a van, solving mysteries with a bird who is voiced by Norm Macdonald. And is it the Duchess of Queensberry that invented boxing? The guy that did the... but anyway, here's a clip from last night's episode talking to the pigeon.
Come on, it's time to get into the Mystery Mobile and go help Cormac McCarthy write an ending to his book.
I can't go. I have an internet whore coming over tonight.
You know, the second they see you're a pigeon, they're not going to have sex with you.
Yeah, every once in a while they do.
Get off your ass, pigeon, just like the old song say. Ain't got no time for bird sex, gotta fly. Ain't got no time for bird sex.
I'll watch this.
I will too.
Okay, that can't be a song.
Yeah, that was a song. Ain't got no time for bird sex, man. Yes, don't have no time for bird sex. Just tell me one more time, girl. I'd rather lie or die, girl. No more time for bird sex.
No more time for bird sex, Mike, and that's the
Oh
hit
my
single
God.
from the Mike Tyson Mysteries.
It is so brilliant to put Norm Macdonald on there.
I know, as a
that's-
pigeon, as a
and
pigeon.
I didn't know the
Perfect.
content was going to be like, I got an internet whore coming. That is fantastic.
And we close with the lady from the Dominican Republic who was trying to smuggle cash.
This is a weird story. Dominican officials say that they arrested a woman trying to smuggle over $69,000 in a briefcase and more than $70,000 in her stomach. When asked what she was planning on using the money for, she said, to buy a second briefcase.
That's your Magic Audio Ball. Have a great Tuesday, everybody.
Hey, everybody, tickets still available. CAT 2014. Made possible by our friends at Encore Insurance. For a free life insurance quote, just call 866-347-5748 or visit smartterm.com. Saturday, November 15th at 8 p.m., the Mandalay Ballroom at Circus in Reno. Hey, you last-minuters, come on now. Get your tickets today.
Do it.
800-648-5010. Everyone who buys a ticket qualifies for backstage passes, and they got special room rates. I think they've got one or two of those left, too. So come out and make a weekend of it. We will see you there at CAT 2014. That ticket price again is 800-648-5010. Why is it going to be special? Well, I'll give you a little tip. This year we got puppets.
Yeah!
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Yes, sir. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. For Oscar Santana, Rob Spiewak, Michael Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeOMaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeOMaraShow.com/Amazon.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.